Hola YouTube, what's up? Welcome to another video. It's been a minute since I posted anything on here. Not that anyone noticed or cared, but for my own sake, I'm going to try to be more consistent with my content, starting with today's video, which, as you can tell by the title, is going to be 10 tips for thrifting like a pro. So if you want to see what stuff has helped me have more fun when I'm thrifting while also finding better clothes, then go ahead and keep on watching. Tip number 1 is to wear comfy clothes. Wear something that's going to be comfortable to move around in and also easy to remove for when you try things on. And it's a bonus if it's easy to try things on over, because sometimes fitting rooms are too packed, so you're going to have to just try things on top of your clothes. Also, I like to wear sandals, but any shoes that are easy to remove are. Also, bags that are hands-free. I like to bring backpacks or crossbodies just so that I can use both my hands when I'm looking through clothes. Tip number 2 is be prepared. Here's what I like to bring when I'm thrifting. You can go ahead and take out or add in anything you feel necessary. A charger. Nobody wants their phone to die. It can be portable or plug-in, whatever works for you. Earphones, earbuds, whatever you want to call them, because listening to music is going to put you in a good mood, which will make the overall experience more enjoyable, whether you find good things or not, or if it's packed or not. If you're listening to good music, then you'll be in a generally good mood when you're thrifting. Bring hand sanitizer, because it can get pretty gross when you're looking through all the clothes and you end up feeling like you have like 10 layers of dust on your hand, and it's not fun. Bring socks or wipes, either or is fine, for when you're going to try on shoes, so that you're not directly touching anything funky or potentially harmful. And last but not least, bring measuring tape. I like to bring it because I know my measurements, so that makes it a lot easier for me when I'm going to try things on. I hate taking something into the fitting room and it being too big or too small so that it's like pointless for me to even try it on. So I like to stay within 1 or 2 inches below or above my measurements, and that way I know it should fit pretty well. Tip number 3 is to look for inspiration ahead of time. Try to find out what kind of styles and trends you like and create a collage or an album on your phone or even a Pinterest board, whatever works for you, and look through that before you go thrifting. That way you have kind of a roadmap into what you want to look for at the store, and it'll be a lot less overwhelming because of all the options they have. Tip number 4 is don't expect too much. This was one of my biggest mistakes when I first started thrifting, because I would watch giant thrift hauls and expect to find that much stuff when I would go shopping, when in reality those hauls are either collective or they're from different stores, not just one. So don't go in expecting to find all of that in one trip or at one store, because you're going to be really disappointed. So go in with limited expectations. That way you're going to be pleasantly surprised by what you do find rather than disappointed by what you don't find. Tip number 5 is to be open-minded. There's all kinds of colors and patterns and styles from different eras in fashion at the thrift store. So try to step out of your comfort zone and go for things you normally wouldn't. After all, it's relatively inexpensive, which makes it the perfect opportunity for experimentation. Tip number 6 is to learn your stores. If they have the option to sign up for emails or texts, definitely do that, because they'll let you know when they're having sales. And who doesn't want discounts on already discounted prices, right? Also, figure out when the best times to shop are, when there's going to be less people, and when they put out new things. That way, you are going in with higher chances of finding something. Tip number 7 is a general rule. Definitely still learn your stores, but for the most part, weekdays are your friend. Most of the time, thrift stores will be less packed on weekdays, which means you're gonna have a much chiller experience and not bump into so many people, which means there's also gonna be more clothes on the racks, and overall, it'll give you higher chances of finding great pieces. Tip number 8 is to take your time. Believe it or not, thrifting requires a lot of patience. I've noticed that when I go in a hurry, I find a lot less stuff. So definitely plan your shopping trips ahead of time. That way you have enough time to look through everything. Since everything in a thrift store is really unique, you want to look through as much of it as you can, because if you're in a hurry, you might miss something that you could have loved. Tip number 9 is not to worry about sizing or sections. Unless you're looking for something specific like dresses or pants, then you can generally disregard sections and just wander around and see what catches your eye, because a lot of the time stuff is just out of place because people don't put it back where it belongs. So you can find your shoe size in the kids section or a dress in the men's section. So just wander around, and if you have enough time, then you should be able to freely wander through as many sections as you want. Sizing is a little hard to measure at thrift stores because there are so many different brands and times. So a medium from like 1982 and a medium from 2010 are not going to be the same. So that is why it is helpful to bring your measuring tape and just use that instead of basing yourself off the label and what you normally wear. Tip number 10 is to try things on. While the measuring tape is going to be super useful for making sure that it's going to fit, you still need to see how it's going to sit on your body and visualize how you want to wear it, because something can look super ugly on a hanger and then amazing when you try it on, and vice versa. So definitely don't leave the store without trying on what you're paying for. And that's my last tip, which brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, or just want to know what I'm going to be posting in general, then go ahead and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.